project. In the coming slides, there will be points made about the team's potential, motivation, conflict, and leadership strategies. The presentation will conclude with the value of conscious capitalism, stakeholders, and how they will be impacted. Thank you for joining me today. At the end of the presentation, there is time for questions, comments, or concerns. Let us begin. The 6 original members that were chosen were Bob, Elizabeth, Caitlin, Susan, William, and Tiffany. The 6 members were chosen for their overall strengths and the way in which they would work in a team. Bob was selected for his eagerness, utilizing it to complete tasks and assist in the team's function. Elizabeth was selected for her overall attitude and the way in which she would collaborate with others. Caitlin was chosen for her perfectionism and determination with challenging tasks. Susan was chosen because she is energetic and is seen as a team player, as well as her value in leaders and peers. William was picked for his positive disposition and willingness to lead. Lastly, Tiffany was chosen for her knowledge of the industry and the overall focus when it comes to task completion. After careful consideration, the team of 6 was reduced to a team of 4. The 4 members are now Bob, Elizabeth, Caitlin, and Susan, as they are the strongest 4 in the group of 6 when looking at their strengths and weaknesses. Bob was selected for his eagerness and long-term knowledge of the company. Elizabeth was selected for the final 4 because of her problem-solving skills. According to Das et al. 2022, teams are a source of human interaction that integrate information, competence, and technology. Both Elizabeth and Caitlin were chosen for their attention to detail. Caitlin was the 3rd member picked for her commitment to the challenging task as this would be. Lastly, the 4th member chosen is Susan for her creativity and need for approval before submitting her final work. According to Das et al. 2022, team formation problems are originally caused by the team being built based off of the members' skills and the task. However, the success of the team cannot be projected. Overall, the decision was hard to make, as it meant cutting the members that would not perform to the potential of the project. The member I had the most difficulty choosing was Susan, as it says that she lacks focus. However, utilizing the management theories and other members in the team, I am confident that she will be a good addition to the group. Overall, the selected group of 4 was chosen for their strengths in problem solving, flexibility, and detailed-oriented nature. These strengths can be utilized by sharing the team's goals as their overall role in the Southwest Transit Project. According to Matsu 2023, the team leaders have influence over the team by sharing the vision and the strengths of the team. This unites the team under a goal and gives them a shared purpose. While keeping strengths in mind, this team will have weaknesses. The team may lack focus, could have increased conflict, and overall conflicting standards. However, I have chosen the 4 members as they will balance out each other, as their weaknesses are not the main focus. According to Matsu 2023, sharing the strengths of the team can create a positive effect on the authenticity of the work. With the strengths and the weaknesses presented, the management team is still positive about the overall potential. This quaint team of 4 has so much potential. The first point is the group's diversity in their age, race, culture, and experience. According to Griffin et al. 2020, having people work together has the potential to create higher quality outcomes. The second supporting point is the team members having a willingness and openness to communicate. This allows the team members to build relationships and maintain the progression and the goal. Utilizing trust among the team helps members honor their commitments to their part in the shared goal. Griffin et al. 2020. There is great potential for the team to have an energetic atmosphere as they will value the challenge of the Southwest Transit Project and the camaraderie of the individuals. According to Griffin et al. 2020, managers should share the team's goals and be clear with feedback to ensure a strong team. Lastly, the fourth point is the team members' motivation in creating a strong outcome. The members will have a chance to work singularly and together to maintain their part in the project. Now you ask yourself, how will we motivate the 4 team members to produce good work and reach the deadline? According to Taskett et al. 2023, motivation is viewed as influencing the behaviors of the individual employees to complete a job. I have narrowed the motivating strategies down to 2 theories, the ERG theory and the equity theory. The ERG theory is a need-based theory. According to Griffin et al. 2020, the ERG theory is used to describe existence, relatedness, and growth needs. The ERG theory is useful for the team as it relies on meeting the basic needs of the 4 employees. While the basic human needs are met, there is progression in the work in the individual. According to Griffin et al. 2020, challenging tasks and growth in the individual will positively influence self-esteem. Now, the equity theory is a process-based theory, which is the way that people behave to satisfy their needs. According to Griffin et al. 2020, equity theory is defined as people's desires to be treated fairly and to avoid the perceived inequality. The equity theory on individuals is comparing themselves to others. According to Griffin et al. 2020, people are more likely to compare the inputs and outcomes of themselves and colleagues at work. When an individual feels that there is equity, they are more likely to maintain their motivation and position. According to Taskett et al. 2023, motivating work is due to the environment directly reflecting personal development. The final supporting point is alternations. The individual has a tendency to alter their perceptions of self and others and overall equity. According to Griffin et al. 2020, the motivation of the individual is reduced to inequality that can be affected by perception. Both the equity theory and the ERG theory give motivating strategies for the manager. With any group, there is a possibility for conflict. Using the profiles of the 4 team members, the first conflict that could arise is communication mishandlings. According to Griffin et al. 2020, conflict can escalate when emotions are felt. However, it can be managed. When there is conflict due to communication, the best way to resolve it is to remind both parties of the shared goal and communicate individually and come back together to discuss. According to Griffin et al. 2020, mediating the conflict can be done by listening to the problem, asking open-ended questions, and using nonverbal communication. In this case, I would utilize the conflict management style of conflict process to diminish the communication dysfunction. The second conflict that could arise is the possibility of disagreement over the standard of work. This is considered constructive for the group, as it would challenge the 4 individuals to enhance their skills. However, it is important not to reach too high. According to Griffin et al. 2020, conflict is when there is focus on self-interests. In this case, I would utilize the interpersonal conflict management strategies, the strategy of compromise that will be used when meeting in the middle for the marketing project to maintain the agreed release date and goal. There are 2 leadership theories that will be utilized with the Southwest team. The first theory is the path-goal theory of leadership. According to Griffin et al. 2020, the theory suggests that the leader clarifies the behavior or path that will lead to the goal or desired reward. The theory was chosen for its communication with the individuals in the group. As well, the theory recenters around the goal of the team. Amorso et al. 2021 states, direct leadership allows creativity, empowerment, and innovation. The second theory that will be utilized is strategic theory. According to Griffin et al., strategic theory is understanding the company and the environment while leading to change or maintaining the connection. The theory focuses on giving and taking from environment to company. In this case, the Southwest team is balancing the environment and the company to try to maintain and enhance the connection. The 4 members of the Southwest Transit team will embody the values of conscious capitalism. According to Thompson et al. 2022, conscious capitalism is when a company is focused on the value-driven goals, and the mission is conscious of social norms. There are 4 tenets to conscious capitalism. They are stakeholders orientation, conscious leadership, conscious culture, and a higher purpose. Beginning with the leadership. I am the marketing manager. I will use social skills to maintain projected goals. According to Anderson 2015, what makes a conscious leader is one that is open, authentic, inspires others to be loyal and consistent. The second value is conscious capitalism. It is held in the stakeholders. According to Anderson 2015, stakeholders should be accounted for, but not the sole focus, as they are not as important as the employees and the customers. The third tenet is conscious culture. This is when the members will use their knowledge of the company culture and overall culture of the employees and customers. According to Anderson 2015, conscious culture is when the culture is valued and defined so that there is a goal in mind. Finally, the last tenet is higher purpose. In this case, the higher purpose is continuing providing cheaper, reliable flights for the customers while upholding the values of culture, community, and relationships with employees. According to Anderson 2015, the higher purpose, the more likely there is to be money coming in, adding value to the work and giving passion to the people. Capitalism is so much more than making money. According to Thompson et al. 2022, it is created through networks of value, norms, and trust that utilize principles, vocabulary, and material to organize a path. Finally, the 4 value the conscious capitalism will utilize to create a stronger team and excellent project. There are 3 stakeholders in the Southwest Transit project. They are the customers, employees, and community of investors. According to Griffin et al. 2020, the stakeholders can be impacted by the behavior and outcome of the organization. Beginning with the first stakeholders. The customer. The customer will always hold value over Southwest as they fund the advancements and the employees. According to Pangark et al. 2022, the values created in the customer are the prices, reliability, and availability. The Southwest team oversees implementing an effective marketing strategy. According to Pangark et al. 2022, the employees create value in the culture and career progression. Bob, Caitlin, Elizabeth, and Susan have been chosen for their values and their skills. According to Pangark et al. 2022, the value that the investors create is capital, and the community of investors have been given their value to increase the fund of the team. The members were dropped for a tighter team of 4. We have gone over the team's strengths, weaknesses, and as it pertains to their teamwork and the overall goal of the project. There has been moments to discuss leadership and theories to enhance and maintain the team. Lastly, we have gone over the what-ifs of conflict and how to minimize it. However, will this team create positive impact for the company? There are 3 main points of positivity. First, the team will improve their relationships with one another and the company. Amarso et al. 2021 states teams create shared mental loads, emotions, and positive cognitions that will maintain innovation. Marketing will encourage employees and customers to maintain or begin business relationship with Southwest Transit. The second positive impact is maintaining of loyalty. This team can use this project as a means to remind the customers what they fly for and travel for through Southwest. Amarso et al. 2021 states the team climate will encourage extraordinary of ideas and collaboration. Finally, the last important positive impact is the increased effectiveness of the company and their transportation. Overall, the impact of the team is positive and will exceed or maintain the connection for the company and the environment. At this time, I want to thank you for your time today, and I am open and ready to answer questions and comments or any